Okay, YouTube, Todd here again, some guitar guy. First off, and as always, thanks for watching. So, yeah, a new bike, new to me. This is a 2002. Kind of slowly walk around. 2002 Harley Sportster 883R. And just to kind of catch you up, if you've seen any of the other videos, the Suzuki Boulevard S40 and the Harley 883 Sportster are both gone. I sold them in the last couple of weeks. They had different problems, and then with my crazy work schedule, 60 hours a week, I did actually try, but ran out of patience and don't have a shop or anything. So yeah, instead of seeing them sitting out and degrading, let me step back just a little bit. I got rid of them, and sadly, watching the hugger, because it really was beautiful. I had the wide white walls and replaced the tank, and the color match was pretty much perfect. Everything I wanted to do to it I done, and it really was a sweet ride. But I knew watching it leave on the trailer that I would be start looking, and of course I did. And the thing about that, when I bought the hugger, I wasn't looking for a hugger. I was actually looking for one of these bikes, the 883R. Harley introduced them in 02 and 03 as a tribute to their racing success. And I just thought they looked super badass. But the problem was, kind of like with the hugger, or really any Harley, finding one that hadn't been modded up that was close enough in my price range. So I did find a couple, but I don't know, people do things I wouldn't do, try to make them into touring bikes, and they're not. I mean, no Sportster is. You want a touring bike, then I don't know, buy a touring bike, but take them out of their element. So anyway, the hugger was close in my price range and basically stock. So yeah, and I really like the color. So that was Lucille, and I have yet to name this one, and this is about the opposite really of Lucille. I mean, it's still a Sporty, but much different mission with this bike. And I didn't the seller was a female, middle-aged, my age. Her and her husband rode. He rode one of the big twins. I'm sure she said what model, but I mean, to me, it's either a Sportster or it's not. So I don't remember what she said. I don't care a thing in the world about the big elephant box. But this was her bike, and they bought it. She probably said, I might even be able to, I don't know, probably not, search that and see when it was first registered. But sometime in the 2000s, and I think he passed on, and the bike hadn't been ridden in 5 years. They did have it serviced last year. In her ad, she probably could have gotten more for the bike had she been a little bit more descriptive. And looking at it, I can't tell, but this is a 1200 conversion. And I believe it's the Screaming Eagle Harley flavor. And the reason I say that, let me walk around a little faster. It does have the Screaming Eagle type intake and the Screaming Eagle exhaust, and of course the 2-in-1 exhaust, which separates them. Stock, the 883Rs, Harley did some internal work. I've read, I can't remember exactly what changes they made. Probably some cam tom and maybe a little bit more aggressive cam. Of course, the 2-in-1, that's one of the I can't think of the word, but identifiers, easy identifiers, the 2-in-1, as well as the dual front discs. But I don't think I ever read or saw how much more power their tweaks netted. This is, with this 1200 kit, I could tell when I rode it around. This is like the antithesis of the of Lucille. That there is a lot more power with this 1200 conversion. And I, read forums and whatnot, people that had done them, and it was never. And it would probably be. I probably wouldn't be interested in doing it myself. But kind of after riding it, and I didn't point that out. They did some changes to it. It's the 1200. You notice the progressive lowering shocks here on the back for her. She wasn't really short, but I don't know. They did do that. I believe rear tire is the same size. I know the front tire is smaller. It's a 90/90, so lost about an inch. That's why the bike really didn't look too terribly front high. And of course they went with the Solo saddle, which I think is okay. I like Pera saddles. I think they're quality. I'm not real sold on this one. Looks like I got a little drip. I did change her oil last night, and I just you can't see what I'm doing. And I just put this thermometer. So temperature looks good so far. It's just a little short ride up here, maybe 15 minutes. But and I have cleaned her up. But what else did they do? Oh, the baffle. He did take the baffle out. I'll start it up in a minute. You can see it was garage kept, but a lot of the aluminum, like the rear pulley here and the wheels. And this is after I've cleaned it. Just some stains here and there on the. And these are the Screaming Eagle kit, by the way, from what I understand, does come with 1200 heads. So, and then some chipping here on the racetrack. But overall, the exhaust looks in really good shape. There's some down here, a little bit of rust. Try not to move the camera too terribly fast. Looks like somebody got a little happy greasing the steering head. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna get all that off. I hope they haven't busted the seal. Looks like it could be. And then here's that little 90/90. Great tread on the front, but camera should be picking that up. Yeah, she needs tires. And the back treads. Back treads are good. Or I'm sorry, no, back treads are shot. So yeah, that's pretty good tread depth. What else did they do? I don't really think a whole lot else. They did the passenger peg delete, so I've had to order. I have an OEM seat coming. I really like that Saddleman Profiler 2-up seat. It tapers. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of that. Maybe with a Springer seat or something, but I don't know. That just looks bald or something. But they did add some things. I believe the ignition cover there, and then of course have lost the battery cover. The pegs, I think, have been lost to time. This little thumb screw, and then the nut that sits in that recess, and the damn tail light doesn't work, just like with Lucille with the little hugger. So oh yeah, there's the rear treads. Yeah, it's shot. She needs that's why I didn't really bother cleaning the tires up. She's going in the shop this coming week. Also ordered, and they came today, set of OEM shocks, Razor backup. Like I said, 2-up saddles coming. Had to order this stupid thing. She said she would send a battery box. We'll wait a little bit and see. I haven't gotten it yet. And when I got there, the carb was spewing gas from the overflow, and it did it once on the way home. I did change the plugs, and I didn't even think about that then. I just put 883 Champion plugs in it. I don't know that the 1200 would take a different plug. It runs great. Starts right up. The old plugs weren't terrible, but it does have better cold manners. Can't really tell there's any more power. Oh, the brakes, the front brake anyway. So flushed both front and rear, and I cannot get the damn air out of this. It'll pump up. I'll say that now, it doesn't want to pump. Yeah, there's a little bit of lever. So it's got a little bit of lever, but I have flushed it and bled it. I've tried every trick that I've read about, and I can't get the damn air out. So the shop will have to look at that. Back brakes are fine. They didn't have any air. The Speedo does not work. And yeah, I know it's the sensor right there to the left of the green wire, and yeah, that looks like a bit of a bear to get to. But probably let the shop handle that. And I've put filter tank up with ethanol free. They claim they cleaned the carb, and it's good to go. But I don't know. It was serviced about a year ago. The oil was motor oil was black as coal. I guess they started it every once in a while, just to charge the battery up. Appears to be battery seems fine. It's an AGM. Catch the brand. Don't see it. But the battery seems fine. I do like the little, like the head bolts here. They're kind of a pain to get to keep clean. And she was, you see little places there where the finish is nicked, and then some little close-ups there on the graphics and the paint. There's a little nick in front of it. These grips are pretty tired, and something's not adjusted right with this. I'll have to get the shop to look at that too. But you see that's the grips are on their last leg. What else? We have little blemishes there, and on the and that's after cleaning it, and then the aluminum on these front forks. I did work on this one with tin foil. It looks a little better, but I don't know. It's a little ways to go. One little tidbit I discovered in changing the or flushing the dot 5 flushing the brake fluid, that dot 5 brake fluid really does rejuvenate rubber, and it's not harmful to metal, even metal. So when I get time, that'll be a project. Probably will just replace these guys. I think that's beyond really pretty rusty. Probably just dinged up. Probably just replace both mirrors. Got to change the primary. I ordered some sport trans that just came in today. Just haven't had time. So not a lot of, just bringing her, kind of a rolling restoration project, I guess. Bringing her back where she was. So, but that's really about all I have. Let me start her up real quick. I don't remember if she has a clutch safety switch. Guess we'll find out. Let me turn the fuel on. And just look from the front and see if we can get her to fire. And it's really not that obnoxiously loud riding it, but I do like that when I shift and close the throttle. But anyway, that's really all I have. Haven't named her yet. Can't think of an opposite name to Lucille. I don't know, because she truly is. Oh, and ride quality with those progressives, and even that little it's about an inch shorter wheel or tire, the 90/90. Yeah, she rides like a horse and buggy, really. So really looking forward to getting the right, and I think that's the right size tire on the back, but getting the factory shocks back on her, getting her raised back up, and a better saddle. And I may end up going with that Leatherman. I really like that saddle on the Hugger. And think maybe like a little tinted, blacked out fly screen. I don't know. But really not a lot planned. Just kind of getting her back to her glory, to her former glory. But that's all I have. Please remember to do the YouTube thing, and until next time, thanks guys.